Imagine you're a heavyweight UFC fighter. You've spent your life getting punched in the face for a living. You're a physical specimen of pure, unadulterated violence. You step into the octagon, ready for war, and then you see him. A 6'5", 260-pound man from England who moves like a middleweight and hits like a freight train. Your heart sinks. Why? Because, my friend, you are about to find out why it absolutely, unequivocally sucks to fight Tom Aspinall. Seriously, imagine you're a top-tier heavyweight. You've trained for months, you're picturing the glory, the paycheck, and then you see your opponent's name, Tom Aspinall. Suddenly, that glorious future looks like a brutal, embarrassing trip to the ER. It's like signing up for a gentle jog and getting a surprise rocket launch. Today, we're breaking down why stepping into the octagon with the Asp is a one-way ticket to disappointment, pain, and probably a lifetime ban from sparring with your mates. Grab your snacks, try not to spill them in shock, and let's get into it. First up on our list of grievances, the man has a speed hack. It's like he's playing a video game and found a cheat code the rest of the heavyweight division hasn't. Heavyweights aren't supposed to move like that. The rulebook says they plod, they swing, they gas out. Tom Aspinall did not get that memo. He's a heavyweight with the footwork and hand speed of a welterweight. For his opponents, it must be like trying to swat a hyper-caffeinated hornet that can also knock your head into the third row. This isn't just annoying, it's demoralizing. You spend your camp preparing for a powerful but predictable brawler. Instead, you get a tactical striker who can change angles in a blink. It's a cruel bait and switch. It's like he bypassed the human development phase and went straight to heavyweight destroyer mode. You look at him and think, is this a man or a particularly angry brick wall? Fighting him is like trying to out-wrestle a particularly grumpy redwood tree that also knows Muay Thai. You think you've got him trapped. You're applying pressure and then bam! He just shrugs you off like a mild inconvenience and folds you in half. And the chin? Forget about it. He can take a shot that would put a lesser mortal into hibernation. You land your best haymaker, the one that knocked out your last 3 opponents, and Aspinall just blinks. Blinks. It's like he's saying, is that all you got, champ? While simultaneously planning your demise. Here are some good reasons why it sucks to fight Tom Aspinall. You'll be the star of a highlight reel. Not in a good way. You'll be the guy who got knocked out in 15 seconds and everyone will be laughing at you. You'll have to explain to your family, Mom, I got knocked out in 15 seconds again. Your corner team will be like, what just happened? Did we even get a chance to give him instructions? But don't just take my word for it. Let's rewind some of the moments where opponents learned the hard way why fighting Tom Aspinall is a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad idea. Exhibit A, UFC 295, the interim title fight against Sergey Pavlovich. This guy was on a tear, a human wrecking ball. Everyone thought it would be a war, and it was for about 69 seconds. Aspinall enters the octagon, does his usual calm but terrifying thing, and then whoosh, a perfectly timed counter that sends Pavlovich to dreamland. The whole thing was over before most people had finished their lukewarm nachos. That's not a fight, that's a public service announcement about Aspinall's power, which brings us perfectly to the reason why it sucks to fight him. The grappling trap. Opponents see the hands and think, okay, I'll avoid the stand-up, but then they remember he's a submission savant. So what's the game plan? Stand with him? Bad idea. Grapple with him? Arguably a worse idea. He's the definition of pick your poison. You're either getting your lights shut off on the feet or you're getting your limbs untwisted on the ground. It's a culinary menu of pain and every dish is terrible for your health. He learns, he adapts, and he removes all doubt. His first fight with Curtis Blades ended in 15 seconds due to a freak knee injury. For years, that was the asterisk next to his name. Yeah, but what about the Blades fight? So at UFC 304, he got the rematch. And what did he do? He made the asterisk disappear with a highlight reel knockout. He used his speed, feinted a level change to get Blades thinking about the takedown, and then, bam, cracked him with a picture-perfect right hand. It was a statement. There would be no questions, no debates. The nightmare was back and more complete than ever. For Blades, the suckage was the realization that the guy who beat him with a fluke injury the first time could now beat him even more decisively when fully healthy. And let's not forget the Russian void himself, Alexander Volkov, a giant of a man known for his striking. You think Aspinall's just going to stand and bang? Maybe, but then he decides, nah, let's switch it up. He catches Volkov, takes him down and locks up a submission, a straight armbar. The sheer versatility. It's like facing a chef who can cook gourmet meals and perform open heart surgery. You never know what he's going to throw at you, and whatever it is, it's probably going to end the fight. Volkov is a monster, a veteran with a massive reach and a kickboxing game that has stifled countless opponents. So, what does Tom do? He makes it look easy. He doesn't just stand and trade, he closes the distance like a teleporter, hits Volkov with clean shots, and then, plot twist, he decides to show off his BJJ black belt. He takes Volkov down like he's putting a child to bed and snatches that arm. Boom. Submission, victory in the first round. In the main event, this fight was a public service announcement. I am not just a striker. I am a complete, total, and utter nightmare. For Volkov, the suckage was realizing he wasn't just outstruck, he was outgrappled by a guy who was supposed to be a boxer. But it's not just the physical destruction, it's the mental torture. Imagine preparing for Aspinall. You watch all these highlight reels, you see the devastation, and your confidence starts to crumble faster than a stale biscuit. You're in the locker room, pacing. Your coach is giving you the game plan, but all you can hear is the echo of Aspinall's last knockout punch. You're thinking, what's the point? I could train my whole life, and he'd still probably knock me out with his eyes closed while doing a TikTok dance. His calm demeanor before the fight is almost worse. While his opponents are sweating bullets and questioning their life choices, Aspinall is just there, smiling, probably thinking about what he's having for dinner. That zen-like composure before unleashing absolute chaos? That's psychological warfare, my friends. So why does it suck so much? Because you're not just fighting another human being. You're fighting a perfectly crafted heavyweight storm. You're fighting someone who hits harder, is faster, more skilled, and mentally tougher than you can comprehend. Every punch you throw feels like it's bouncing off an invisible shield. Every takedown attempt feels like trying to tackle a Formula One car. And when he decides to end it, it's swift, brutal, and often spectacular. There's no escaping the inevitable Aspinall effect. It's like playing chess, but your opponent is also a wizard who can teleport pieces and turn your queen into a frog. You can strategize all you want, but at some point, you have to acknowledge you're outmatched by forces beyond human comprehension. So, to all the heavyweights out there, currently on the UFC roster, or even those dreaming of entering the octagon, if your name gets called to fight Tom Aspinall, my deepest condolences. You're entering a fight you've likely already lost. It sucks to fight Tom Aspinall because he embodies the terrifying peak of heavyweight fighting. He's a phenom, a destroyer, and frankly, a man who seems to defy the laws of physics. He's the guy you avoid in the locker room, the fighter whose tape you burn, and the reason many hopefuls hang up their gloves. What do you think is the worst part about fighting Tom Aspinall? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into heavyweight misery, hit that like button and subscribe for more epic fight breakdowns. Stay safe out there and maybe avoid sparring with anyone named the Asp.